Hello you guys, welcome back to Channel Clay. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy world, and trust and believe it's only getting crazier, okay? I was meant to do this video yesterday when the news first came out, but life just was lifing, so I'm doing it today. And I wanted to share with you because one of our favorite middle-aged couples, Meghan and Harry, have released their Christmas card to the public for everybody to see and talk shit about and claim that it's photoshopped, although we have seen this year, especially in the beginning of this year, we have seen some botched photoshopping. What I'm about to show you does not look like photoshopping. It looks like it was intentionally done, okay, so that you couldn't see certain details, but I do not feel like it was doctored or photoshopped as the other side of things is trying to claim. And also, because this picture features their children, which the other side of things has been saying all year. Do the children exist? What's going on with them? They're keeping them locked up and shut in, and they don't take them anywhere. Why don't they take them on any of their trips or travel? They've been clamoring to see these children, and they finally see them, and it's still not good enough. But the Christmas card was a kind of, I guess a collage is a good way to say it, of different shots of them throughout this year. And the main shot that is drawing many people's attention, because it's, all the other pictures I feel like we've seen before, is the picture with their family. So in the picture you see Harry crouched down. It seems like this is Lilibet who is running to him. And then we have Meghan here as well, and Archie is running to her. And then they have 3 dogs. One looks like maybe a black lab, and then like 2 beagles. But very family-oriented, beautiful picture with their luscious green foliage in the background. This is the photo. I'm going to try to put it up, right here somewhere so you can see it better than on my phone. But this is the family. And as you can see, it is the back of the kids, okay? Let me try to, yeah, there we go. So you see Meghan there, that's Archie, Lilibet, and Harry and the dogs. So they're running to their parents their parents have outstretched open arms for them. I don't know if Harry experienced stuff like this in his childhood, besides his mom. I have seen pictures like this with his, Diana was very much involved with her children and very much showed affection. Father, not so much. But you can see they're running to their parents. Archie's a redhead. It also looks like Lilibet is a redhead. That gene is strong, okay? Matching their father. And also, it's crazy because this whole thing started, all right, with why Kate disappeared, in my opinion, and claimed she had cancer. It's because they were saying that Kate and Charles were speculating on what the children's skin color was going to be. Now, genes and DNA, they're so interesting. However, Meghan's very light, Harry's very light, so you kind of would think that the children would be light as well. So why would that even be a concern? However, Meghan's mom is quite dark. So that gene could have popped out at some point with one of the kids. So who knows? Like, they were speculating about it. Whatever. Piers Morgan let us know that along with Charles, who was speculating, it was also the Princess of Wales. Shortly after that, the Princess of Wales went MIA. Shortly after that, it was known that she had cancer. Shortly after that, it was a complete frenzy and shit show in the media and press out of Kensington Palace, giving updates, giving shitty pictures. It was a mess, okay? All for it to turn out that the kids are light as hell. They might as well be white. The kids look light. I don't see a tan. And that's perfectly okay. Their parents are light. But they do have that heritage in them, okay? Because Meghan's mom is quite dark. But we have seen the children finally. So you would think that these people would be pleased. But oh no. They're claiming that this is photoshopped. And it's not fucking photoshopped. The kids are just turned so that you don't see their faces, because you don't need to see their faces. Y'all already have so much to say about Meghan. I know for a fact Harry and Meghan are like, hell to the fuck no, we're not going to give them any type of excuse to give any of the hatred and vileness that they direct towards these two, towards their kids, because they still talk about it. The word was supposed to be, oh, let's not talk about the children. That's typically the standard. You don't bring up kids, you don't talk about people's kids, but they be talking about Meghan and Harry's kids all the time. But say anything about George or Charlotte or the other little one. Say, Louis, that's the other one. Say anything about them and you are the worst person on the planet. Say anything about little Louis and how his behavior is. He's a child. What do you expect? Okay. But really, we're talking about the disciplinary actions of the parents. Really isn't talking about the children. But bringing up the kids at all is an issue for the other side of things, yet they can run their mouths all day long about Harry and Meghan's kids. So I was really liking that they added this picture, because it does they're willing to be open with their family, just in a contained way, in a way in which they are comfortable with. They're not going to show their kids' faces. And this picture came out, and then within hours, all these different articles, this is like a kind of like a, what is it called, collage of all the different articles that came out simply because Harry and Meghan showed their children. I'm like, it's like insane. You see, every little square is a different fucking article. William and Kate wish they got that coverage. They wish they got that coverage. So they've got little redheaded kids, which is lovely. And it's just so crazy. Kids grow so fast, because this was the kids in 2021, and then this is them in 2024. So I think someone said that Lilibet is like 3 now, and I'm like, that's 3? That's a tall ass 3. Like, that, she's gonna be tall. But yeah, so, and this is the full greeting card, Christmas card that was sent out. You see Meghan and Harry depicted throughout the years from their travels and tours that they did. It is really lovely on the green background, and it says, on behalf of the office of Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Archwell Productions, and Archwell Foundation, we wish you a very happy holiday season and a joyful new year. So there you are. You have your holiday wishes and greetings from the Sussexes. But I just like that they also put it out the same day that they did last year. So people had already been expecting that the Christmas card was going to be dropped, and it did. Another thing I will say, so with these two, like, they're very high profile. People follow their every effing move. They have the most to say about them. But I will say, with this polo show that they have on Netflix, I've seen little to no any type of promotion. And I'm like, are you letting people know that this is out? Like, I've seen other people talk about it, different accounts to follow them and everything like that, but I haven't seen anything come directly out of their offices or their social media that says, hey, our show just came out on Netflix, check it out. I don't know if that's deemed like inappropriate or if they just aren't allowed to promote things, so I don't know. But I do feel like even with the American Riviera Orchard, which we have not heard anything else about, where's the promotion? Like, people are ready and willing to like give their money to you. It's like, where's the promotion? So I did see, obviously we all saw when they were sending out the baskets with the jams and everything like that, and then it kind of just like went dark off of that. So maybe potentially we'll see more on that in the new year, but like, why don't they promote their ish? Maybe they don't need to because eyes are on them all the time, but I felt like it would have been nice just to like put up a little notice on their IG or something that this show is going to be out. Also, I have not done this in a while. I'm actually still on the clock, so I'm gonna have to do this when I get back from my second gig, but I can show you. I've got a magazine, so we're gonna do like a mini magazine flip through. It is In Touch, and who is on the cover but our second favorite middle-aged couple, William and Kate. And it says, the new king and queen, William and Kate, how they're breaking all the royal rules. And I'm just like, the new Charles, they're already kicking your ass to the side. They're acting like you didn't kick the goddamn bucket. I mean, they're ushering in your replacements already, talking about the new king and queen. To my knowledge, your asses are still, I mean, watch out. They're coming for you. But I'm just like, I don't know, like the excitement. And of course, they can't have a story about these two without adding these two. They can't even have their own cover talking about the new king and queen without adding these two, because they can't. It must suck to be in constant competition with people with whom like you really can't compete because you don't compare. So like that has to be infuriating on the part of both William and Kate. So once I get back from my second gig later tonight, I'll sit down and we'll go through this little magazine and we'll see what it has to tell us. What else is on here? Ben and J-Lo, Trapped for the Holidays, Kevin Gets Cozy, Taylor at 35. I didn't know she was 35. But yeah, so we'll look into this a little bit later, but I did just want to let people know that their Christmas card did come out, and it was very, very cute. And you see the kids, and people are still not happy. Haters. Haters are gonna hate. What can you do? Okay, so I'm finally back home after my second job, sitting here. I got the employee meal. So I got the burger, so I've already eaten half, and some fries. It's really effing good. And I have a little drink and some water, so I'm just settling down. And I wanted to finish up this video. But as I was sitting and, you know, decompressing from the day, I was scrolling, and I've seen even more-ish that it really makes me like, these people are deranged. Like, they truly have an issue. They have an issue. So not only are they thinking that it's photoshopped, I've seen that people are thinking that these are like AI children. Like, this is an AI photo that they've put out. I hope Harry and Meghan never show their kids' faces. I hope the first time we see their kids' faces are when like they turn 18 and it's their choice whether or not they want to keep a private life or they want to, you know, go public or whatever. I hope they never show their faces. They don't deserve it. The stuff that I have continued to see on this here app is just appalling. One in particular that I'll show you. And I'm just like, but let anybody say anything about Kate, William, or their 3 kids. I mean, just as an example, because I remember saying it myself when the littlest one was cutting up in the balcony and was like, had his hands on Kate's face, and she just was not handling the situation well, and it was made to seem like that was an issue. Like, people were talking about like children, and all the comments were like, how dare you talk about kids? How dare you talk about kids? So really it is about the disciplinary or lack thereof of Kate and William, that their kid is sitting up there acting like that. So now I'm seeing people say heinous-ish, saying that these kids that they've been yelling and screaming about wanting to see, now that they finally have, they're here, they're like, oh, they're fake, they're AI, they're photoshopped. No, honey, that was your girl. That was your girl earlier this year, compositing and stuff, because you remember they threw it on her and said she's an amateur photographer. So we're going to say it was your girl sitting there compositing photos, photoshopped, so much so to the point where Associated Press had to kill. They sent out a kill order. When does that happen? They sent out a kill order because there was way too many details that obviously were doctored or photoshopped, that it's not a credible source. Like, the royal family, Kensington Palace, was no longer a good source for a lot of the media. So now here we are, and one of the biggest culprits, which surprised me, they must have put this photo through all types of damn software and shit, detectors, AI detectors and whatnot, They were just waiting for this shit to be fucking AI or photoshopped of some sort. Even the Daily Mail had to say. Hey, Claire. The editing claims have since been firmly debunked by Photoshop experts, with one telling the Mail Online that the photo looks genuine. The picture appears to have been taken on the grounds of the Sussex Montecito, California home and is the children's first official photo since their royal portraits were released each a year after they were born. Archie and Lilibet were last seen when they were briefly shown in the couple's docuseries Harry and Meghan, which debuted on Netflix in December of 2022. So that's the last time the kids were seen. Here we are 2 years later, and all this time, up and down the timeline, they're talking about showing us videos of Meghan's stomach and how it's folding down. How can she squat like this? It has to be a surrogate child. This is just a like a pillow she's put under her dress. Where are the kids? They're not real. They rent the children from Stassi Schroeder from Vanderpump Rules. I've heard the craziest ish. And now, here they are on a lovely little Christmas card. And it's still an issue. These people, these people is all I have to say, because I don't get it. I truly don't get it. But there was one thing I wanted to show, because it just shows how deranged and how low these people will go, while whole time saying that we're all types of improper for literally seeing the complete obvious. Like, y'all are the delulu ones. Like, I'm so sorry. Let me find this. I'll be back. Okay, here it goes. Haters. Haters. This is nothing but hate, okay? It's this account called According to Taz. Verified. She's saying this ish about children, okay? And they're like quote tweeting off of another hater account, Harry's gray suit, and that person says another weird sus Christmas card. According to Taz says in response, it's a weird photo. Like Harry and Meghan are visiting the children rather than being parents. Lily is nearly as tall as her brother and has a clubbed foot. Archie has rubber legs and has bright red hair, so red that he matches the Beagles. Those two really are just ridiculous. Okay, they're talking about children. The only thing I feel like people have said about the kids that I've really heard was about Louis acting up, cutting up on that balcony, and that is a show of the parenting of the adults. That's not even about the kids. But for you to directly go at a child's physicality, talking about Lilibet has a club foot? Bitch, are you for real? Like, are you so for real right now? Like, it's just completely insane. These people like write this out, they read it over, and they say, okay, I'm gonna post it. She's verified, so maybe this is just like rage, rage bait. I'm hearing this is a new thing where they're saying outrageous shit to get people worked up and interact with their shit, and then from that they're getting paid and they're making money off of it because Elon's paying people on this app on Twitter. So if you have engagements, clicks, likes, or whatever, these people are getting fucking paid. Even if you're, combating it, you know what I mean? So maybe it's just that, but I just can't, I just don't get that this is a real, actual, living human being walking around this earth with you and I, going about their day, gets up, goes to work, eats and shits like you and I, and you're going to sit up on this app and say that somebody's kid has a club foot and has rubber legs and that their hair is matching a damn animal. Like, there's all types of connotations there in that. They're so mad. They wanted these kids to be darker, I believe. And that would have given them even more fucking fuel. But it turns out they're redheads and they're light. You just snatched their storyline. And the thing is, I want the people to keep hating. Keep hating, because the more these people hate, it seems like the more Harry and Meghan and their little family thrives. The more hate that gets put out by these people, the more they're successful in going on tours and putting businesses out and documentaries and doing their thing, paying none of this, no mind, getting in court cases, winning court cases, thriving. While the other side of things, they're looking haggard. They look stressed. They look dry. They look like they need some help that nobody is giving them. So all that hate really is bouncing off of them and going right back over to your faves. So it would behoove you to just stop putting out this negativity about some kids. It's just outrageous to me. I thought that what standard was, we don't talk about kids. I really thought it was, you do not talk about the kids. Like, that's so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. The stuff that I've seen on this site, that people are just like, what would your job say if somebody printed this out and sent it to your job? If someone were to just find out, hopefully you don't work like a typical corporate world 9 to 5. You just get paid off this fucking app to say outrageous shit about children. Let me not even go there. But I'm supposed to be going over this magazine. But I think I done got myself worked up. That's going to have to be the next video. We're going to go over the magazine and whatever else is happening. Oh, and Prince Andrew is not going with the rest of the family to Christmas in Senegal. Okay. Thanks for the news. Like, he shouldn't be. But again, why don't they give a man like that the hate that they show to Harry and Meghan for simply living their fucking lives? It will never make sense to me. I was trying to see if there was anything else. It's crazy. It's crazy, you guys. But again, next video we'll do the magazine and whatever else is going on. I did see that Karen Huger of Real Housewives of Potomac, her court case is starting. So there's stuff going on with that. I'm sure that's going to be ongoing. I just saw an article. Let me see if it'll pull up for me. Yeah, Karen Huger's trial started for the DUI that she got earlier in the year. In court, a witness testified that her car smelled like alcohol. I'm just trying to think, like, if your car smelling like alcohol, like, she had many a glass of wine. Like, did you have an open container that your whole car is wafting out to the point where the cops, it hits their nose and they can smell that the inside of your car smells like fucking alcohol? That's insane. A volunteer EMT said she refused treatment, swayed getting into the ambulance, and told them to fuck off. Yep, sounds about right. She also told a female firefighter that she was pretty. So nice of you, Karen. So those were just highlights, but there is a further article. She's having the trial for this crash in Maryland. The best state. They have body cam footage shown in court capturing Huger slurring her speech, cursing at officers, and refusing a breathalyzer and field sobriety test. I hope that's not been released. I don't recall seeing that. So I hope that never gets released to the public, because my goodness. And Karen is 61 doing this. Oh, this was back in March. This year has just gone. Fuck. This year has been really a lot, y'all. Poor Karen having to go through this. Like, Even like Shannon Bedore from Real Housewives of OC, she did the same thing, clipped a whole house. How do you clip a house? Like, you... And these women have money. And I'm like... I'm not trying to be, like, judgmental, but it's just like... I hate driving. If I had money, I would never drive. I would have, like... Ooh, I would have a driver. I would be in Ubers. I would, like... Hell no. Like, it's just not worth it. And we always just need to be cognizant of that ourselves. That it's not worth it. But I will see you guys in another video. I hope that you're having a lovely evening, day, wherever you are in this crazy, crazy world. And I'll see you a little bit later. And I did want to add, I'm okay with people having differences of opinion. I know that there's people who really dislike Meghan in particular. Not so much Harry, but Meghan for sure. And that's fine. You watch the video, you feel a different way. I completely get it. And you're free to have that opinion. I welcome it. However, it's the people like this, according to Taz, that I'm really talking about when I say they're delusional and they have problems. Because to sit up there and write that about a child, especially when you look the way that you look, oh my God, like, these people are unwell. You're not cute, according to Taz. You're far from it. You're so far from it. So, like, who are you to be critiquing anybody's looks about their physicality? Like, you are some 5-star dynamite bombshell of the world. Again, you are far, far from it. Like, you're not cute in any way whatsoever. Even with the effort that you make, I just don't understand. I just really don't understand. So that's all I wanted to say. It's not about people who, like, don't like Meghan for whatever reason, this, that, and other. You disagree. I get that. That's fine. It's the people who, like, sit up and talk about people's kids. Like, who are you? Like, who are you? Okay, so I'm really gone. Bye.